welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Midwest. The echoes of the Gallahorn and the Skull chant reverberate inside U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the Minnesota Vikings.
2026 Minnesota Vikings.
Mike Tirico with my partner Greg Olson, the veteran Nick Folk to get this one started. Off we go from U.S. Bank Stadium. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Minnesota offense taking the field for the first time. And here is Kyler Murray, the #1 overall pick in 2019 to lead them.
Now, this is the type of quarterbacks that just give defensive coordinators nightmares. They stay up all night thinking, okay, what is the best way to defend him? Do we treat him as a runner? Do we treat him as a passer? And I think that's really where the most stress comes in, Mike, is you want to make sure you don't let him kill you with his legs downfield as a runner, but it's also his ability to extend plays as a passer that really creates a lot of stress on your back-end coverage, and that's where those big plays can come. So it's a big challenge. They know it, and we'll find out early on what the plan is.
A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
43-yard line.
We met with these coaches during the week, Mike. They told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early, and we see it here. Nice first play pickup, fresh set of downs.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They keep beating him. 15 more on the ground. And another first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
They'll go back to Jones on first down. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap. Not this one. They stop him for no gain.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Off the play fake. Here's Murray. The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down.
It's so easy to underestimate the speed of this quarterback until you get on the field. They break down your pursuit angle so quickly because of that speed, so give credit to the defense. They understand it's a collective effort to contain this guy, and this time, defense wins and brings him down for a sack.
On third down, Murray. He's going to let one fly for Addison. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there.
Automatic first down.
So that pass interference in the end zone puts the pressure on the defense. It is 1st and goal from the 1. Mason trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short.
This defense is able to get the hold here on first down, Mike, but they might have to do it 3 more times. I think if I'm this offense, I'm saying this is 4-down territory. I've got 3 more shots to gain 1 yard. Here you go.
Jones trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short.
This offense is finding out the hard way, Mike. There is just not a lot of room to operate against this defense down near the goal line.
So they've been stopped twice at the 1. Can they break through here on 3rd and goal? They'll run the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
How about this for a goal line stand, Mike? Your back's against a wall, back-to-back plays, you hold tight. They set themselves up here to defend a 4th and goal try.
Want to finish this opening drive with 6, so the decision is go for it on 4th and goal. To the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
I don't hate the decision, Mike. Be aggressive. Come away with a touchdown. But what the quarterback understands in this situation is you just can't hold the ball. You got to get it out of your hand. Give your guy a chance to come down with it. And he puts the ball in harm's way and results in a pick.
The Falcons set to take over here on offense. They'll be led out by the lefty from the University of Washington. It's Michael Penix.
And we all know how talented this guy is, Mike, right? From the physical sense, that's obvious. But what really separates him, and it really came through when we had a chance to talk to him this week, is really his ability to operate from the neck up. His processing speed, his decision-making. It seems like he's always one step ahead of the defense, and when he's on, he's proven to be really hard to beat.
It's the first run of the game for Bijan Robinson. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
Brings up 2nd and
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Now Penix to throw on 2nd down. That's into the hands of Zacchaeus. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line. Number 14 with a pickup of 14. And a first down.
And a Falcon.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. This one is caught right side by Zacchaeus. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
From the gun, it's Penix. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. He's going to have the first down, so they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
And the Falcons, first down. A gain of 9 yards. First down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Hooper, the tight end, is in motion. So, not much to speak of in terms of scoring in that first quarter of play. 0-0 is the score. More from the Twin Cities in a moment. The Falcons have it to start quarter number 2. They've got 2nd and 1 coming up. And he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through, blow up that play behind the line.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but Not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
First down, Falcons.
This has been a really impressive drive, Mike, really from the start. And this is something defenses want to force offenses to do. Methodically work their way down the field, but they've been highly efficient, and now they get another first down.
On first down, it's Robinson. And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6. Looks like we have an injured Falcon on this play. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Here's a 2nd and 3 from the 33. They'll go again with Robinson. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down.
They're doing a really nice job of keeping this defense on their heels with this balanced attack. We've seen them be effective both run and pass, and right now the defense just doesn't seem to have an answer.
On first down, right back to Robinson. He'll look forward for a couple. Blake Cashman up from the linebacker spot to make the tackle.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 8. Another run here for Robinson. Good blocking to the 15. And he will get into the end zone. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Falcons.
Touchdown, Falcons.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
The veteran Nick Folk here for the extra point. He's got it. And the Falcons will take a 7-0 lead.
Falcons 7, Vikings nothing.
After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. Price now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They had that pick on the opening drive. It led to a touchdown. So 7-0 the deficit as they get the ball back 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. And he works his way through an opening. Up past the 35. Nice run for 8 on that one.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 1. They run it once more with Jones. And that'll give him the first down. Tackle made after the pickup of
A gain
3.
of 3 yards.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're
First
running
and
the
10
ball,
at the
pound the rock,
39-yard line.
reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Again, it's Jones. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of
Jones,
5.
the ball carrier. He was brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 4. They go play action now. Murray. He runs with it.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Vikings first down. 1st and 10.
I
at
love
the
this call,
46-yard
Mike.
line.
2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the 1st down.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
A gain there of 16 yards. 1st down, Minnesota.
First down.
This is a guy
First
who's
and
been
10
doing it
at
at a
the
high level, Mike,
29-yard
for a
line.
long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset, but as always, there's the exception to every rule.
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
Now a handoff. Jones. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Murray from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his tight end, Hawkinson. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down. To Jefferson on the jet sweep. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
On now for the extra point. Here's Will Riker. He knocks it through. And the Vikings will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Here comes Tompkins on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here's Bijan Robinson. And the Falcon offense set for their next drive. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter. and get started with 1st and 10. He'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
Ivan Pace on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 31-yard line.
From the gun, here is Penix. Complete. Former 1st-round pick Drake London with the catch. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. Falcons go ahead and take their 2nd timeout. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in their 2nd quarter. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Penix. There's a short one to Hooper. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Here comes 2nd and 4. To throw is Penix. To the outside. Catch made by London. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line.
Yards on the play.
That's the 2nd time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
This pass defense, it just has to be better than this, Mike. They have to do a better job accounting for everybody in their coverages. They have to play their defense exactly according to the plan, because if not, this quarterback has enough weapons. He can spread the ball out and find the open space.
Now the Falcons will use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes to 22 seconds remaining till halftime.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
2nd and inches. To throw again, it's Penix. He'll step up and run, and he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a 1st down.
That's another Falcons 1st down. A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Atlanta.
Halftime coming up. We'll get you down to Scott Hansen and RE. And instead, why don't we get right back to it as we'll get ready for the 3rd quarter.
Will Reichard to
A
kick
touchdown
off for the
apiece.
Vikings.
7-7 the score as we begin half number 2. Here comes Tompkins on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
1st and 10.
The Falcons offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this 3rd quarter. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. They'll throw. It's Penix. That's caught left side by Pitts. And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
From the 35, here's 2nd and a yard. Now Robinson. Hit. He's lost the ball. And fortunately, he's able to get back on it. So not only will it not be a turnover, but in fact, the drive keeps going. It's a first down. Oh, man, Greg, those must be scary times for a player. Not that it happened to you often, but he lost the ball but was able to get it back and avoid the turnover.
Well, Mike, I hate to admit it, but unfortunately, I was in that situation a few times. And I'll tell you what, when that ball pops out of your hand, the only thing on your mind is there anything I can do to get it back? In this case, he was able to get it back, and he dodged a bullet.
Here's a 2nd and 9. London brought in motion. On 2nd down, here's Penix. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
The Falcons.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
They run on the jet sweep, and that one shut down right away. Good pressure on the backside. The defense stops him for no gain.
So, Mike, this is a great example and a great moment to bring up why it's so important for these offenses to make everything look the same. Formationally, pre-snap movement, because the second that motion looks like a jet motion and he's going to get the ball as opposed to a traditional motion, these defenses are so in tune with all those little differences. They know it's coming and there's not going to be a lot of game. All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
On 3rd down, Penix. That's caught right side. It's London. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. They're locked in on this drive. Second connection for that pair. This one gaining 22.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Atlanta.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
Throwing again, it's Penix. Quick slant into the hands of Zacchaeus. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
It's a gain of 9.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes.
That is caught by the tight end. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown, Atlanta. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Folks, extra point is good. And the Falcons will move out to a 14-7 lead. after the touchdown. Out is Folk to kick this one away. Ty Felton now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. On play action, Murray. He's going to let this one go deep. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
On the coverage.
This secondary, I mean, they just continue to impress me this entire game, Mike. I mean, it just feels like every ball is contested. Even the ones that are complete, those windows are tight. In this case, a really nice job knocking the ball away, and I just can't say enough about how hard these guys compete on every play.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
It's 3rd
Well,
and
this play,
10.
Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Murray. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
He has to do a better job identifying where the pressure is coming from, Mike, before the ball is snapped. He's got to get this ball out of his hand to his outlet, to his hot receiver. But then once he senses the pressure, he kind of panics, and it's an easy sack, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
It'll be a punt coming up for the Vikings. As this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punt it away. Tompkins to return it. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50. Set up the offense with a short field. The Falcons offense and Michael Penix getting ready for their next possession. They'll have a short field, looking to build on the lead. Look wide, get this one complete, and they'll take this down inside the 35.
And the Falcons.
A pickup of 12 yards. It's good for a Falcon 1st down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
A throw on the move is caught. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. 1st down and goal. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
And this game almost just flipped completely on his head. You find yourself with a lead, just trying to milk the clock away in the 4th quarter, and that's a gift And that defender just flat out drops the ball, and if he's able to secure that takeaway, this game looks very different for this offense.
He's got his target. That's Pitts. And they'll get about 5 yards closer, but now it is 3rd and goal.
A gain of 5 yards brings up 3rd and goal.
Again, it's Penix. And that is incomplete.
Really nice coverage there defensively. And here you find yourself in a one-score game. Like, he understands the value of protecting the ball. Really smart decision. Throw it away, snap it again.
So now the veteran, Nick Folk, with an important kick. This to make it a 2-possession lead. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage.
Focus on the next play. Focus on the next play. Block it next time.
So Nick Folk back out after the made field goal. He'll boot this one away. Price now to return it. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Murray. Throw to the right flat. It is caught.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the 1st down.
Play action. It's Murray. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, as they face this possible 3-and-out following that 2nd down sack, now if you're the quarterback, you've got to be thinking, get the ball out of my hand, find a matchup I like downfield, and try to push this ball past the sticks and keep this drive alive.
Here's a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Murray. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Ty Felton, the intended receiver that time. And it's going to be 4th down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
And he's going to pick up the Vikings' 1st down. Going to have it by plenty. Huge gainer on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike, but unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. That's quickly out to Jefferson. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
2 brings up 3rd and 2.
Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. He'll try to run for it.
When you find yourself trailing here late in the game, decision-making is critical. Not only is he able to extend the drive by picking up the first down with his legs, great job by the quarterback understanding, get out of bounds, stop the clock, save as much time as possible as they try to make a comeback.
They'll put Addison in motion. Off the play fake. Here's Murray. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Jalen Walker in there for the sack. Worked his way through. It's a loss of 5.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now, Murray. Here comes the screen to Jones. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
It's a gain
Good
of
pickup of 16
yards.
on that screenplay and a first down.
Vikings, first
It's been
down.
tough sledding for this offense
First
all
and 10
day
at
today,
the
Mike, but
21-yard
especially here in the
line.
second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
On 2nd down, Murray. And this ball's going to be incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
On 3rd down, Murray. Oh, a loose football. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on down.
So the offense finds themselves in a tough situation. They're down by 2 scores late in this game. They know this is a prime opportunity. They need to play for a touchdown, and instead the defense makes a huge stand, and they got a chance now to close this game out.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with the 2-minute warning coming up momentarily.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 8. They'll motion a tight end right. They'll run with Robinson. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. The defense uses its 2nd timeout here, and don't forget, clock going to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well.
Falcons, first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Here's a toss left side for Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds. That's a nice game, though, on 1st down. A pickup of 7.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now, it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. On the give, it's Robinson. He's going to force his way for a yard or 2, but looks like this one's going to be coming back. That's on the tackle, Jawan Taylor.
Still 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Penix. He'll get that to Zacchaeus. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. The Vikings go ahead and use their final timeout. Talk things over before 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. That's going to be incomplete. They cannot hook up there. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning. So that brings up 4th down. The veteran Jake Bailey called on to punt as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And he didn't get the check he was hoping for on that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback. The Vikings offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He'll get this over the middle to Jefferson. And a mark him down up beyond the 30. They get 11 and quickly pick up the 1st down.
And these are the moments in the game, Mike, where you need your best players to come through and make their presence felt. And that's exactly what he does there. Picks up a nice reception, good chunk of yards, and they keep their hopes alive.
A short one taken by Hawkinson. And he's close to another 1st down. Brought down just shy of the marker.
10 yards on
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Addison that time. And it'll be 3rd down.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
A gain there of 11. It'll be a Vikings 1st down.
Probably took him a little bit longer than they would have preferred, but he finally gets on the board. First catch, first touch. Here as we start the 2nd half.
They'll come up for 1st and 10. Murray's going to throw again. There's Jefferson, and he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. That's 13 more on that play, and quickly another 1st down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move,
and he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. So it's a win for the visiting Falcons. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout In the second half, no points allowed, and they cruise to victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.